Welcome back to CareCast, the podcast from Caresoft, the trusted government IT solutions provider. Subscribe to get the latest technology updates in the public sector. I'm Anthony Jimenez, your host from the Caresoft production team. On behalf of Entrust, we would like to welcome you to today's podcast, focused around leveraging Entrust's best practices and solutions to adhere to the new CJIS compliance requirements. Matt Rose, Technology Sales Manager, and Abu Bakr Asif, Product Marketing Manager, will discuss utilizing Entrust's identity and access management solution and other authentication/authorization tactics to maintain secure networks and mitigate ransomware attacks.
So as we navigate through this digital evolution, several challenges have emerged that we need to address effectively. First, let's talk about the new security parameters. The traditional network parameter is dissolving, making it increasingly challenging to secure data. With the rise of cloud services, mobile devices, and remote work, data is no longer confined within the walls of an organization. Identity theft and breaches have also become the primary target for cybercriminals. They seek to exploit vulnerabilities in identity management systems to gain unauthorized access to sensitive information. Remote work policies have further complicated the security landscape. The shift to remote work has expanded the attack surface, creating new vulnerabilities that need to be managed. Employees or contractors accessing corporate networks and data from various locations introduced additional lift. Lastly, rising threat of breaches. Data breaches are on the rise, necessitating a stronger security measure. Organizations must stay vigilant and adopt to robust security practices to protect against these evolving threats. So as I mentioned, identity has become one of the biggest attack vectors for cybercriminals and bad actors. We need to see a significant security posture as we are seeing a rise in cyber attacks that target identity-related vulnerabilities. Let's look at some of these compelling statistics. Ransomware attacks were up by more than 95% in 2023. This dramatic increase highlights the urgency to improve our security measures. Organizations which had more than 1,000 employees had reported identity breaches in 2023. This indicates that large organizations, despite having more resources, are still highly vulnerable to identity-related breaches. Every 11 seconds, a ransomware attempt is made. This frequency underscores the relentless nature of cyber threats that we face today. So these statistics clearly show the urgent need for a robust identity security measure to protect that sensitive information. The need for a robust workforce identity solution is critical as the threat landscape continues to evolve. Now, let's discuss some specific incidents to understand the impact of these breaches better. In 2019, the Minnesota Department of Public Safety experienced a significant data breach involving the unauthorized access to CJIS data. Approximately 1,500 individuals were affected, and the breach exposed personal information such as names, addresses, and possibly even social security numbers and the driver's licenses of the people compromised. This breach highlighted the vulnerabilities in the systems and the need for a stronger security protocol. In 2020, the Washington State Patrol also disclosed that a former employee had accessed and downloaded confidential CJIS data without authorization, affecting thousands of individuals. This breach indicated potential weakness in the agency's internal control and access management. A recent report also had a significant data breach, which is investigated by a third-party incident response security firm and has highlighted the increasing frequency and the sophistication of such attacks. The investigation that was carried forward revealed that an unknown group of people had stolen credentials to access the affected company's customer database. The attackers used legitimate credentials that were obtained by an infostealer malware infections dating back as 2020, allowing them to breach customer data and environments and extract the confidential information up to 2023 and even just recently to a few weeks ago. The major factor was the lack of multi-factor authentication, and it was a critical factor in these breaches. None of the affected accounts had MFA enabled, making it much easier for the attackers to gain access. Finally, the compromised accounts also did not have network allow lists in place, which are an administrator-defined register of entities approved for authorized access to digital resources such as networks, data, and applications. It is a critical component of an effective identity and access management, also known as the IAM platform. So these examples and statistics underscore the importance of implementing strong identity security measures to really protect sensitive information and ensure compliance with the regulatory requirements.